In the heart of the Appalachian Mountains, there lay a hidden gem known only to the most daring explorers, the Cave of Echoes. Legends told of a mystical artifact hidden deep within, a relic that granted unimaginable power to whoever found it. But the journey was fraught with danger, and many had ventured into the cave, never to return. For childhood friends Emily, Jake, and Sarah, the Cave of Echoes was the ultimate adventure. They had spent their summers exploring the mountains, but this was their most ambitious quest yet. With a worn map and an unshakable bond, they set off one crisp autumn morning, their backpacks filled with supplies and their hearts brimming with excitement. The trail to the cave was steep and treacherous, winding through dense forests and over rocky ridges. As they hiked, the friends reminisced about their childhood escapades, their laughter echoing through the trees. But as they neared the cave's entrance, a sense of foreboding settled over them. The entrance loomed like a gaping maw, dark and uninviting. "Ready for this?" Jake asked, his voice steady but his eyes betraying a hint of nervousness. "Let's do it," Emily replied, gripping her flashlight. Sarah nodded, her determination mirrored in her friends' faces. Together, they stepped into the cave, their flashlights cutting through the thick darkness. The air inside was cool and damp, and the sound of dripping water echoed eerily through the tunnels. As they ventured deeper, the cave's passages grew narrower and more labyrinthine. The map was their only guide, and they followed it with unwavering focus. Hours passed, and fatigue began to set in, but their determination kept them moving forward. Suddenly, they reached a massive chamber. Stalactites hung from the ceiling like ancient daggers, and the walls shimmered with mineral deposits. At the center of the chamber, on a stone pedestal, lay the artifact, a crystalline orb that seemed to pulse with an inner light. "We found it," Sarah whispered, her voice tinged with awe. Emily stepped forward, her fingers reaching for the orb. But as she touched it, the ground beneath them trembled. The cave began to rumble, and rocks started to fall from the ceiling. "We have to get out of here," Jake shouted, grabbing Emily's arm. Clutching the orb, the friends raced back the way they had come, the cave collapsing around them. The path was no longer familiar, and panic threatened to overtake them. They turned corner after corner, their breaths coming in ragged gasps. Just when it seemed they were trapped, they stumbled upon a narrow passage that led to a hidden exit. With one final burst of energy, they squeezed through the opening and emerged into the daylight. The cave entrance collapsed behind them, sealing off the passage forever. They collapsed on the ground, panting and laughing with relief. The orb lay between them, glowing softly in the afternoon sun. "We did it," Emily said, her voice filled with triumph and exhaustion. As they caught their breath, the orb began to shimmer more brightly. Images flickered within its depths, showing glimpses of ancient civilizations, lost treasures, and endless possibilities. "What do we do with it now?" Sarah asked, her eyes wide with wonder. Jake grinned. "I guess we figure that out together." The adventure had only just begun, and the friends knew that whatever challenges lay ahead, they would face them together. The Cave of Echoes had tested their courage and their friendship, but it had also given them the greatest treasure of all, a bond that could withstand any trial. And so, with the artifact safely in their possession and the thrill of the unknown ahead, Emily, Jake, and Sarah set off on their next great adventure, ready to uncover the mysteries of the past and forge their own destinies.